Let's talk about whether or not GameStop is even worth visiting in 2022. To be honest with you, I haven't walked in the store since 2018, maybe 19, but realistically, I did purchase some games from them online in 2020 and 2021, but is it even really worth going to GameStop anymore? First off, we've got to talk about the actual brick and mortar store and how half of it is a game store and half of it is just merch, basically. So first off, the ones in my area are usually the first half is accessories and merch and all kinds of t-shirts and pillows and action figures. And then the back half of the store is video games. Now, this isn't the same at all locations. Sometimes it's the front left side or the front right side, but usually the stores are half and half. And I really equate it to half of the store is a Think Geek store and half of it is a game store. But realistically, this is a GameStop. It should probably be like 75% games and then maybe 25% other like merch and stuff, which is okay. And I get they got to make money, but it's a game store and that should be first. I'm not sure if this still happens in 2022, but I will say GameStop's corporate has had some very bad customer service when it comes to being in the store and how the employees deal with the customers. They used to like literally print out lists and follow you around and ask you a million questions, and it was just super annoying. And then it ended up being just like an upsell moment at the very end. And so you would go into the store, you'd have what you want to buy, you go up to the counter, and then they'd basically pay 20 questions with you. Would you like this? Would you like that? Would you like this? Would you like that? No, I'm just trying to get out of here. And they would ask you a billion questions, and it was always super annoying. To me, it kind of felt like you were at a used car dealership because of the way the salesmen are supposed to always like hassle you. I felt like this was what would happen to GameStop, and I think that could be a problem to why GameStop is to the way it is now, but hopefully it's not like that here in 2022. Another somewhat good thing about the brick and mortar GameStop stores is you can actually figure out what the current condition of the game is that you're buying right when you buy it. Now, that's not the case when you order online from their website, because when I order games from their website, I expect that it's going to be either a loose cartridge or a loose disc. However, sometimes you get the complete thing, but that doesn't happen as much nowadays. I feel like the online stuff is where you get pushed all the loose discs and things that people didn't want to buy actually in the store. But that's probably a good positive of the actual brick and mortar store, is you can figure out the exact condition of the game when you're buying it. That way you don't have to return it in the future if it's not in the condition you wanted. Moving on to their website, I will say I don't think it's very user-friendly, which is kind of a pain. If you're looking for anything older than, say, the Xbox One or the PlayStation 4, good luck digging through their website and finding it, because you probably won't see it there. They've kind of moved on past those older generations rather quickly and focused on the new stuff. But that is what it is. Depending on what you're looking for, it might be easy. But if you're looking for older stuff, it's probably more difficult. However, I will say the last time I tried to use their website to look up the trade value of a game, it kind of took me a long time to figure out where I needed to at least go. I've used their website before and I've seen their trade values, so I know how that works. But trying to get to that page was an absolute headache. It took me like 2 or 3 minutes, and I finally gave up, went to Google and typed in GameStop trade values, and then found the link to it there. So they could definitely work on that, but for the most part, it's an okay website at best, I guess. Let's talk about some positives about their actual website. Like I mentioned earlier, trade values are one thing that really is big to me when it comes to GameStop, because I want to be able to find out how much a game or console is worth before I actually go into the store and waste my time and the employee's time. So I love the fact that you can go to their website and search up and figure out how much cash and how much credit you will get for a game or the console that you're trying to trade in, which is pretty awesome. And I believe those only last for like 24 hours, then they get updated again. But that kind of works out really well. If you're trying to take a game in and maybe trade it in later that afternoon, you could look it up and see it's only worth $20, where maybe if you sold it individually yourself, it'd be worth $40. So I like the aspect of being able to know what I can get beforehand. That way I'll know what I'm doing and I'm not just going up there and realizing it's only worth $20 and wasting everyone's time. Another great thing about using GameStop's website is how they handle customer service. First off, we gotta talk about a story about how I bought 8 Pokemon games from their website when they were doing an awesome deal, but they shipped it to my house and I noticed there were only 7 games. One of those games was missing and I was like, oh, what am I gonna do? And so I hopped on my phone and I called the customer service line, and within about 10 to 15 minutes, they were able to figure out the situation and ended up sending me the game within 2 days to my house. So I was pretty happy there. But also, if you get a disc that maybe you're not the happiest with the condition of it, maybe it's too scratched up or there's not a label or whatever your issue is, you can always take it into a brick and mortar store and swap it out for a better condition one, or I think you can get trade credit as well. For me, going to GameStop used to be a ton of fun. I used to take the games that weren't really all that valuable and I would kind of hold them up until I had a good box full. I'd take them to GameStop and trade in for some new stuff, new games. I did this a lot when the Switch first came out, but nowadays I can't really do that, and I don't really see myself actually going into the GameStop brick and mortar stores. With the Elite Pro membership gone 2 or 3 years ago, and my Pro membership lapsing last year because I didn't want to pay more for it, I don't really see myself going into the stores. It's just the appeal's not there. However, I will probably still maybe buy some games from their website if they've got some good retro games going on, or if for some crazy reason they have some amazing trade deal, maybe that'll get me in the store. But for the most part, I don't think I'll be going into a GameStop in 2022. It's just not there for me, and there's a ton of better ways to end up getting games. If you like this video, go ahead and check out that one right there. I think you'll really enjoy it, but I really think that's one thing that GameStop could have done better. They could have taken care of their employees, taken care of their customers, but they kind of failed, and I think that's why we are where we are in 2022. But that's all I got for you guys. Make sure you check that video out. Have a good day.